Hi, welcome to Channeled Wellness. Today we are going to be doing a fire element reading. Remember that this is a collective, not everything is going to align with you, and that's okay. Use your discernment, take what resonates, and leave the rest for the people it's meant for. Also, please remember to like, share, hype, and subscribe. I really appreciate your support as this does help out the channel so much. Okay, let's get right into it. Okay, the part of you that is asking to be energized or expressed today, we have the Eight of Pentacles coming out here. It feels like you're working towards some type of goal here. There is something that you've really been putting an amount of diligence into that is wanting to be expressed at this time. I'm also seeing swords in my mind's eye, so this could be something that you've been thinking about putting energy into or putting work into. Okay, where is your passion naturally flowing right now? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, your passion is flowing towards your growth at this time. There have been seeds that have been planted. This could be those thoughts about working on something here, whatever this is that you're working on. Okay, it's going to fuel growth for you at this time. I feel like it's going to feel very natural to get into the flow of putting action behind. 144 is significant for this collective. It's going to feel very natural to get into the flow of putting action behind the intention. Okay? What desire or goal is quietly calling for my attention? The Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords coming out here is very interesting in this position because the Ten of Swords, it's some people read it as being backstab, but it's also the completion of a cycle. It's a cycle that begins with clarity and it ends in clarity again. I mean, really. There's some type of truth that we recognize, and then we go through the motions as we go through the suit of swords. We go through the motions of acknowledging this truth, making a decision on whether or not we align with this truth, and then continuing all the way up until the point of there's nowhere left to go. You're left alone with the truth of whatever this situation is, right? You've gained these 10 swords along this way. I mean, you could have gone through some type of like fear or anxiety, some type of self-sabotage could have been going on here. There could have been opinions from outside, from others that have happened in regards to this thing. And with it coming out in the Four of Swords, it's like a lot of mental energy, a lot of time was spent reflecting on this. There's been a lot of mental energy put towards this. Okay. It feels like you're still almost at a point of having this mental energy surrounding whatever this is. It feels like your mind could be calling you to slip back into those patterns of overthinking something here, but I feel like that is over. Like, even though you may begin to feel an urge, you really know that this time of sitting down and just thinking something completely to death, it's over. It's over. Yeah. I feel like the time for thinking is over and the time confirmation. Okay? A timer is over. There's a call to action here is what I feel. I feel like the time for thinking about this project, whatever this is in your life, this could be career, this could be finances, this could be um love for some of you. This could be anything, really. You need to take it and apply it where it resonates. Okay, but this is something that you're passionate about. You know, you've been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. Now is the time to put in the work. I feel like if you put in the work right now, it's going to really pay off. Okay. What has been dimming your fire or causing you self doubt? The Queen of Wands. Very interesting here because the Queen of Wands is someone who is very magnetic, very attractive. Maybe you feel like things come to you kind of easily, and maybe you feel like this is something that you have to put a lot of work into, or maybe you feel like it's come too easily. You know, it's almost that feeling of, you know, that would just be that would be so easy. Like, is it even worth it? Because there's something here about feeling that you have to work very hard to achieve a certain goal or a certain outcome, and maybe that's not, you know, that hasn't been the case in this area, or it's not going to be the case in this area. Okay. Whatever this is, let's clarify this Queen of Wands. Clarifying the Queen of Wands with the King of Wands. Very interesting. Okay. There's a lot of fire here. There's a lot of passion. This is a fire elemental reading, which is, you know, this is on par, it's on brand. It's your desires. I mean, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, if nothing else, they know what they want and they go after it. The Queen of Wands is about calling the things that she wants into her. It's about the receiving, the magnetism, right? But the King of Wands is very action oriented. He's going to go after the things that he wants. Okay? Very interesting. You're exhibiting both qualities here, is what I'm hearing. There's a balance. It's like you're learning to strike a balance between like waiting to receive something and putting the action behind it to go and get it. Okay. How can you reconnect to your confidence and creative power? Okay. Let's talk about it. The Three of Swords. Interesting. I feel like Spirit is calling for you to heal something here. Okay. There may be something related to your confidence. It's like getting to the root of the issue, I feel. With this, the Three of Swords, you know, is the broken heart. And in order to repair the Three of Swords, you have to pull the swords out so that the heart can heal. And I feel like in this situation, whatever this situation is for someone here, there's a root. There's a root issue regarding your confidence that you need to resolve. Once you get to the root of the thing, yeah, I'm seeing someone in a garden like pulling weeds up by the root, because if you just pluck at the surface, they'll grow right back. But if you pull something up from the root and get it out of there, then it creates more space for the things that need to grow. Yeah. What inspired action aligns you with your authentic drive? The Nine of Swords here. Inspired action. I feel like there's something here about confronting your fears. It's just like this energy here, the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. You know, the energy of almost wanting to think something to death, but realizing that it's not productive to do so. It's also here you need to confront the things that give you pause about this. Yeah. Confront these things that give you pause about this, that give you anxiety about the situation, whichever way that it goes for you. I feel like this will apply differently to different people. The roses are significant. Also, sunflowers, something about flowers here. Definitely gardening and clouds. There's something about clouds or like the shape of thoughts. Let's get an archetype for your overall energy at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit, for using me to speak to the collective in a clear and concise way on today. Okay? The shepherd. You see it? The shepherd. Okay. This card says celebration and family. Yeah, I feel like, once you go through the motions of addressing whatever this is, that you're going to have a reason to celebrate. I also feel like a shepherd leads a flock, you know? You could be stepping into some type of leadership role here with whatever this is that you're creating, but also I feel like it's just taking control. It's taking enough control of yourself to be able to move yourself forward in this direction towards your passions, whatever that is. You know, it's taking the lead. And you should celebrate yourself when it comes to this desire, this goal. I mean, even just the small steps, I feel like need to be celebrated here to give you the desire and the motivation to keep going. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave comments. Let me know how this resonated for you.